Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Okay,
I'm
live.
in San Francisco right now. So.
Oh,
Yes, you are.
okay, we're gonna mute that. Get over here. Oh, hi guys. How's everybody doing? Sorry, I'm late. I was running all over looking for my glasses, which I still have not found. I went on a motorcycle ride yesterday and put my motorcycle glasses on and put my other ones, I don't even know where. So, how exciting is that? We're just
Did
gonna
you
wing
check
it.
the garage? Maybe they're in
I
the
did.
garage.
I just went through the whole garage and every room. Anyway, whatever. I will deal with this later. And the cool thing is that I don't actually have to see because today is going to be a super cool mastermind, which everybody's going to help me with. Um,
So did you go live in YouTube?
I am. I am.
Okay, I'm gonna hit record.
Oh, good idea. Yeah, we are live on YouTube and recording. Okay. Awesome. So today is going to be super fun. As you guys know, we've been running Tech Tuesday AI all month. So we're closing it up here with this amazing AI mastermind. But if you have not seen all of the AI Tech Tuesdays, this is where you're going to want to go to find them. You're going to want to go on Facebook, right? So we're going to not go to BombBomb. We are going to go to Facebook. Oh my God, I can't see. That's so funny. This is the blue button. This should be it.
This is why
Okay.
I have a pair of reading glasses in every nook and cranny of the house.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing, right? Okay, we're gonna go to groups. We're gonna go to Tech Tuesday right here. And you can actually watch all the replays. Like last week, we did AI video editing. That was pretty fun and scary at the same time, right? This one was, oh, Stacy. Hold on. Stacy McVeigh should be in here. Shoot. Okay, so let's talk about the search tool. If you type in search and you type in AI, let's see if that works. You should be able to see everything that we talked about in AI. So there's AI videoing. There's Stacy McVeigh. She talked about ChatGPT prompts. That was the second Tuesday of this month. It was so good. And then Phil Stringer on the first Tuesday talked about training your ChatGPT because ultimately that is where you want to start. So anyway, so that's where you find the replays. And today is all about an AI mastermind. Like I told everybody to bring their favorite AI tool and let us know how you use it. So how we're going to start this out is everybody start dropping their favorite AI tool in the chat. So that's where we're going to start. And then, lucky you, I'm going to call you out and have you explain how you use it for real estate or for making your twins superheroes. Is that what it said? Superheroes? Which you could do as a realtor because we are superheroes, right? So anyway, oh my gosh, ChatGPT, everybody's going to call it, but that's okay. I don't mind that everybody's going to say ChatGPT because people use ChatGPT for several different reasons. You know, you could use it a million different ways. So I'm going to call out Jamie because he's eating, and he has some super cool AI. Like I didn't even really want to touch AI stuff until I started seeing Jamie doing it, and I was like, "Oh, that's really cool."
What did I do? I don't,
Yeah,
what?
just your thumbnails.
Oh, the,
Yeah, using AI to create these super cool thumbnails. So I'm interrupting his breakfast right now. That's so funny.
you're interrupting
Okay,
my apple eating. Um,
apple eating. All right.
apple eating.
So we're gonna start off with that, and then I'm gonna just start calling off people and asking them how they use their chat GBT or whatever else they throw in here. So you wanna
So, time for me to ramble?
yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, clearly I use the chat. I do use the chat GPT for descriptions, for most of my scripts at this point. A lot of good enough to move on as long as those little weird words aren't in there that sound completely stupid. But the imaging thing is felt like the thing that like I've kind of winnowed and pushed on. Um, Usually it works pretty okay. Um, and at this point I've got it quicker than I did when I did the little presentation before when we talked about it back a few months ago. So I've
Uh-huh.
gotten closer, and sometimes it's either more description that I add, sometimes it's less. Like I just give it one sentence and say, this is the general idea, and then I see what it spits out.
So it's kind of learning what you're doing
Yeah,
better, you feel like?
yeah. I mean, I think before there was some like I've kind of simplified what I've asked because sometimes I was getting a little too creative, maybe
Mhm.
for my time. So, so I'm not necessarily making myself wearing Shakespearean clothing anymore, like, like I did
Okay.
before.
I'm gonna share screen really quick and show
Yep.
you kind of some of the really um cool thumbnails that he's made. So I mean, look at that. I just love this.
Yeah.
So
So like that guy with the house shopping,
this
finding a replacement home. So I basically told it like I want a couple in a store. There's houses, little houses on the shelf, and they're holding their house to trade it in. So that's the replacement property idea. Like, what are they doing? So, I use I have AI, the AIPRM or APIRM, whatever the five letters are that makes up that app. I have that add-on
oh
because
for ChatGPT.
yeah, and that saves me a lot of time as far as like there's people who have already come up with things within that program that's like YouTube descriptions optimized, blah, blah, blah. And it'll give you like one of them gives me 15 titles options, and then it gives a recommended one. So, and, and then I'll even like, if it's too long, I'll say, make it under 70 characters because that's obviously a TubeBuddy thing, right?
Right.
So, but that once I kind of look at like, what is my title and what does my title kind of lean into image wise? So what like one or two things out of this title make sense for an image to be behind it. And so um
All
yeah.
right. Here's his YouTube channel if you want to go check him out. But yeah, they're so good.
But
Scott
you'd experiment with
6000.
there's
Yeah.
also the styles that you can experiment with. I do use ARP whatever to generate the images as well. There's a prompt that I just click on and it automatically puts out four. It's a public prompt in there. But I choose style too, and I just try to change it up, like go through a rotation of like 8 to 10 different styles so that way they don't look all the same cartoon or something, right?
Right. No, you definitely have some different cartoons in there.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
like
so
it.
there's like the realistic, there's the futuristic, there's the other things, and so it's kind of like if it's a tech kind of thing, I'll do futuristic. If it's economy kind of thing, I'll put charts and bar graphs behind it related to real estate. Uh, if I get really frustrated, I've been experimenting like because it can go sideways. So I'll either delete that entire thing and start over and give it basically the same thing, maybe change two words because
Uh-huh.
you can tell pretty quickly if it's going to go sideways on you because it's like you don't know what I'm
So does
saying.
it work better than Dolly? Because I know you started
Well,
with
that's
Dolly.
Dolly. That is
That is
Dolly
Dolly.
within chat. That's the Chat GPT program. But if I
Okay.
get frustrated with that, I've actually been experimenting with Grok as well.
GROCK.
GROK.
Okay.
It's the it's the Twitter one. Um, and so you can actually, I don't even know if that's a pay thing, but they do, if you want more like hyper realistic images, Grok is a better option than the Chat GPT still can't get 100% realistic, but I think Grok has less restrictions on people.
Oh, that's cool. I love
Yeah.
it. All right, we're gonna work down the line here. John McComas, I know we have probably 10 Johns on here. How do you use ChatGPT?
Same thing. I do it proper descriptions. I do it scripts. I do it sometimes on emails just to clean up. Because you can just talk to it like you might talk, but you don't necessarily write that way. So it cleans it up sometimes to make it more professional looking. I've done it to do research on topics. I recently had a electrical panel have a 70 amp on an 8 gauge wire. I'm like, what's the rule? What's the code? And it came back with the different levels that you could put breakers on a certain gauge wire. So I gave that to my seller and said, ask your electrician if this is true. And so we got to the right. Somebody did put an oversized breaker on a smaller gauge wire. Anyway, so it's really what I like about it so much is it's very much like just talking to somebody that has a lot of knowledge. Just ask the questions.
I know.
I
Super
use it for
smart.
I use it for cooking. I use it for personal things. I have a bad knee. It's like, okay, give me a workout program. I'm trying to lose a little weight and I don't want to hurt my knees, so make the programs cater to that. And it just spits it all out.
That includes coffee and chocolate, and then it'll
Yeah,
like
exactly.
perfect one.
Well, you can
Okay.
tell it. Make sure you include coffee and chocolate.
I'm sure there's a
So,
coffee and chocolate diet.
yeah, so
Awesome. All right.
I've been trying to I haven't been on because I had to deal with a pesty prostate cancer radiation. So I am over all that, but it's like, okay, how do I give me some ideas to get my energy back? Because I'd rather do it through food and, coffee or, some other way to energize you. But it's like, yeah, but I'm looking for long term. Anyway,
Yeah, you could use it for more than real estate. I mean, you could use it for almost anything.
yeah,
So
I
awesome.
really I do a lot. I do a lot with it. It's I mean, if you were to just be silly, like give me a list of jokes, give me a whatever. I mean, just ask it whatever you might.
Tell
What are
me
you
how to be
thinking about?
funny.
What are you thinking about? Yeah. And if you say
Awesome.
make me funny, it's like, and it's like come back. No, we can't do that. You're not funny. Just stop.
Brooke, how do you use ChatGPT?
Hello, everybody. So I use ChatGPT for every single listing. I'm in the Miami MLS, so we're allowed 800 characters. I like to use them all. So I will say, hi, ChatGPT. I try and be really nice because one day the robots will take over. So if you're nice to them now, I think they'll be nice later. I see Jamie.
Dude,
Whatever.
Stacy says please and thank you to her
Whatever.
ChatGPT all
I
the
actually,
time.
after one particularly good response, I said, I love you. I love you, Chat GPT. And it wrote LOL.
Oh my gosh,
Did it
yes.
LOL you? Oh my gosh. That's funny.
So I
Okay, so
use
you
it
use
for
it for your
listing.
listings.
Yes, and I'll say, please highlight all of the amazing things about this property and the location and you incorporate search engine optimization so that this listing will get in front of the most buyers possible for people looking to buy in this zip code.
I love it. That's beautiful. Kimbro, how do you use ChatGPT?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So many different ways. One thing I'll share, during the holidays, I was trying to come up with something really cool for my family as a gift that would include all of us. And I said, ChatGPT, help me come up with something that would represent our family. And I brought it down to show you guys, but it did this big, huge, I don't know if you can see it, but it helped create this logo that is my family's, like, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, that was one thing. But for real estate, I like Brooke do all of my listing stuff, those of you who know me know I'm have my mother with Alzheimer's, and I've asked that a lot of questions of how do I respond to the doctors? How do I respond? It's giving me other information and best ways to do certain things. So, I mean, I ask it everything. And when we had the first Phil, when Phil first came on and did an AI thing, I tried to get ChatGPT to know me.
Mhm.
And so now it always says my logo, your life, your adventure. Do you want me to include this, Kimbro? And so it talks to me. So it's really cool. But
Love
I use it for everything, and help me write a nice email back. Help me be stern but polite. And so it does all those kind of things.
That's beautiful. Yeah, you gotta tell it how you want it to feel. So
Yeah.
that's important. Suma, how do you use ChatGPT?
Yeah, I think the same thing which everybody told. I use it for emails, scripts. If I wanted to go out, it will say where you want to go. And vendors list also I create from that. I put the city and it will give the vendors list. I do that. I do the research on topics. Yeah, you name it, everything, even the recipes it will give. So yeah, without it,
Awesome.
I think I'm so addicted to that. Everything is ChatGPT.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. John Shannon, where are you? Where are you? How do you use ChatGPT? Did he leave? I think he left us. Okay, so we will move on.
So you're asking me,
Where are you? There you are. You're in a black screen. Can you hear me?
I think the bigger question is what skill, but I'll keep going. What skill is, I think I'm unmuted, am I?
Yes, we hear you now.
I'm blurred. Okay. So I think the bigger question is what skill is ChatGPT helping me atrophy? So how am I using it, in fact? So I use it maybe like other people for property descriptions to simplify complex things like market information. Yesterday, I was in a meeting. I used it to help me sound more intelligent. I needed to get some statistics and some information about California, and I was able to bring it up. And then I was able to have it summarize that even more, and then summarize it even more. And then I was able to just read and speak and make myself more intelligent. I used for DALL-E, I used to make the thumbnails, and I have a number of GPTs that are loaded in, and I use those as well. Some of them directly real estate related. So there's
Awesome.
no end to all
is
of
no
these
end.
AIs are kind of overlapped. There's no
Yeah, there
end.
is absolutely no end for that. Is Shannon still here? Shannon. I don't. There you are. Hey,
Yeah,
girl.
I'm still here. Sorry, I had a phone call.
That's okay. How do you use ChatGPT?
I use it for my descriptions, but I'm learning now. I'm learning what search engine optimization is. I'm like, okay. And then the other day I used it to help me write a repair addendum because my brain was not, and I wasn't liking how it was sounding. And so I put it in there and it made it sound better.
Right? That is 100% how I use it. It makes me sound better.
Like it just, but I'm learning everything and I'm like, okay, well, it can do this and it can do that. And I want to train it. I was there when Phil did the very first one. And so I downloaded that, but I have not taken the time to utilize everything he gave us and then to train it. So I really do want to train it.
Right. And the thing is like we always, make sure that we're scheduling for prospecting and scheduling for showings and scheduling for, our mornings, that are all about us. But are you scheduling to work on your business, right? So you want to make sure that you put a little bit in your calendar to work on your business. And that could be one of the things you do one week.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it does take time. When I first met Phil and I did it, I was out by the pool at like 4:30 a.m. filling in all these questions and answers, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is taking forever." So it does take a minute, but all good things take a while. So
yes.
Awesome, I love it. Okay, so Lynn, Oh my gosh, here we go. Canva AI. Tell us about how you use it for real estate. You're muted. I can't hear you. Hello? She's sharing her screen, but I can't hear you, Lynn. Can you unmute? Ask to unmute.
It's very slow. I have so many windows open. It's very slow. All right,
Okay.
screenshots. I'm just going to do a touch cursor so slow. Okay, can you see this now?
Yeah, we're looking at a dinosaur and a
Yeah. Okay, so this is
flying weird bird.
So the twins are 7 and I'm trying to get them to use their imagination. So instead of talking to it, I type it into Canva AI. And so you can use this for thumbnails or something. So one loves Batman, one loves Spider-Man. And then we had just gone to Scotland. So I said, well, let's try a castle. So then we did a Batman over castle, and then it became a dragon. And then their dad is a firefighter. So he has a t-shirt about Los Angeles rising out of the ashes. So the Phoenix is his logo for that t-shirt. So I said, how about the Phoenix rising over Scotland Castle? So then it turned Disneyland and eating at In-N-Out, a dinosaur eating at In-N-Out, and it turned out the dinosaur was eating In-N-Out. So then we did Disneyland and the Matterhorn came up, and then we did how about a swimming theme park. So this is just silly, just to get to know AI, because I wanted to practice this, and who knows, you could
Did
apply
you
some of
practice
this.
anything for real
No.
estate?
No, but I'm training the twins because once you employ children, you can give, I think it's 14,000 a year to them, and you can start writing that off. So they're in training for real estate. They help me pass out my flyers. Now they're helping me learn AI. So think out of the box and just have fun and play with it. And then somehow this will transition into, real estate and thumbnails like Jamie. I'm not there yet, but I'm still learning.
Well, hey, yeah, you're definitely getting the hang of telling it what to do and it's creating it. So I think you should
Yes, like-
definitely try to turn yourself into a superhero and
Yes.
be helping
Yeah,
buyers
you
and
could do a
sellers.
superhero realtor.
Yep.
That's
I
right, superhero realtor. You could probably make your own
Awesome.
emoji, instead of paying people.
Very cool. Christine. Good morning. Where are you? Tell us about how you use Mojo Video Editor app. If you're here, you are muted.
Okay.
I don't see her.
Right here.
Where?
You see me?
Talk some more. Talk some
Hello.
more. Maybe raise your hand. We got 3 pages. Oh, there you are. Okay. Awesome. How do you use Mojo Video Editor app?
Okay, I've never used it on desktop. I use it at the app. It's on the phone. It's like $35 a year. You can make your videos. It has all the stock videos where you can put your overlay in front. You can make reels on Instagram, TikTok, whatever you want. All the formats are there. Carousels, I know you like that. And it does nice, what do you call it? Those videos that you have, when you have the reels that have like the 3 layers when you have
Oh,
the
yeah.
houses for sale.
Uh-huh.
Okay, it has that. And it has the colorful captions with the emojis if you want to put that in your video. So that's what I like. It's called
Perfect.
Mojo Pro.
Mojo
Video Editor Pro. You have to go pro.
Gotta go pro. Okay. Okay. So, Rima, using ChatGPT for these images. Oh, she was asking. Yes, they used ChatGPT for the images. But I believe Lynn used Canva AI, right?
Correct. Canva AI to
AI.
make fun stuff and just learn it.
Awesome.
It's
All right,
awesome.
Nancy,
Like
Nancy
Canva.
Beebe from Miami. How do you use
Maui.
ChatGPT? I mean, Maui. I want to be in Miami and Maui. I told you I don't have my glasses on. How do you use it?
I used it last week and it worked fabulous. So our title company sends out monthly these graphs, and one of them was for the last 4 years, what's happened in our market, all the pendings sold, and it shows what happened, how many pendings we had during the pandemic, how it dropped, and then how it went crazy after that, and then how we had the fires and everything went back down, and then it was back up, and then it came crashing back down when the mayor did his stupid proposed bill. So it's just really great information. So I just took that graph, popped it into ChatGPT and said, summarize this graph. And it was the most beautiful.
Oh.
So that went in my newsletter. It went in my CMAs. When they also did one for specific for Ma'alaya, which is just an area in Maui.
Mhm.
And it gave all the stats. So I put that graph in there and said, summarize this graph, and it was perfect. I mean, it would have taken me over an hour to rewrite, look at all of that.
Well, yeah, that's the
Summarize
thing,
it.
is it's
It-
saving a lot of time. You may
it was
have to tweak it
15
a little
seconds.
bit, but yeah, it's so crazy.
Yeah, I took out a couple things, a couple sentences. I said, okay, I don't need that, don't need that. Copy, pasted, put it right in my newsletter with the graph, and put it in a couple of my CMAs, sent those out. It was perfect.
Awesome.
Yep.
John Sabia, did I ask you yet what you use ChatGPT for?
No, you skipped right over me. How
I'm
rude.
sorry. I was like,
Yes.
wait a minute. I remember
It's
you have
extremely rude of you. No, couple of things I use it for, like pretty much what everybody else has said. But for me, one really good thing is translation. We work with, my wife is French Canadian. We work with a lot of Canadians, and I mean, for 99% of the time, I can tell it to write something in French Canadian as opposed to French European, and it's spot on. So it does really, well with that. And for real estate, I mean, that's for real
I
estate.
love that. That is
Yeah.
so cool.
My wife looks at it and she goes, it's perfect, send it like that. Because so I don't always have to go to her to translate something. I mean, I'm able to do that. The other good thing that it's been working with is like doing property evaluations. Like if I want to, if it's an expired listing or if I'm just going for a regular listing, I can upload a tax record. I can upload comparables in MLS. And then I also use Altos, which gives us zip code market trends. I can upload that into it, and it'll give me, property evaluations pretty good. And if it's an expired listing, I'll upload the old listing, and it knows to go back to see what it originally was priced at and what it's priced at now, and then it will factor all that in and give a good evaluation on it. And then social posts and tags and stuff like that. I use it for everything. For social media.
Wow, that's awesome. And when who just said that they put in a chart? Nancy? Yeah, I was thinking that same thing. Like, what if you did comps, and put that chart in there and then, made it summarize it so maybe you can say it nicer to the seller, like you're overpriced, or
Yeah, I use it for price reductions. Exactly.
right. Yeah. Yeah, so I really like that. Okay, Allison Silverman, how do you use it for SEO? Like I use it when I always say optimize for Google SEO, so you could do that on Instagram, because Instagram actually is a part of that, YouTube, and your MLS. So descriptions. So you just say it, optimize for Google SEO, and it will put all that in there for you. All right, Paula Quinn, ReimagineHome.ai. How do you use that? Ooh, staging for vacant home pics.
Yeah,
Tell me more.
I was going to share real quick here. I've used this in a couple of different ways. Sometimes with vacant homes, sometimes with homes that maybe have struggled with their own staging. And so literally you can upload pictures, and here's like a before, and it'll give you 2 or 3 different options, and you can start to pick. You can try outside ones. I had a new build, and so I wanted to give it somewhat of a yard. So I played with that. And I always, when I put it on the MLS, I always put that, these are AI generated so that people are aware. But so I've just used, a lot of different, this is all cute, but I wanted something.
That was the first picture on the left is the original, and then the other ones are, check this out.
Yep, and you can change it. Like I can say instead of a purple, make it a blue. I mean, you can put in whatever colors you want. It's actually pretty easy to use. So just
That's
a tool
neat.
that you can use on when you're trying to get some pictures that maybe you're struggling to get for the MLS and for your advertising.
Okay, I love this one. Okay, so you guys write that down. ReimagineHome.ai. So, cost of that. What is the cost?
So you get like the first free, I think the first 10 were free, and then it's like per picture. So there's different programs you can get
Okay.
onto depending upon how much you're going to use it. So, and I use it rarely, so I just go with pay per use.
Awesome. All right. Gregory, I utilize Poppy AI to learn faster about a niche I want to attract. Where are you? Please come off mute. Tell us more.
All right, Wendy. Actually, I believe you had this guy Lance Toledo on back in
I
December or
don't
not,
remember a Lance Toledo.
or
So,
something. The guy who talked about Poppy AI, and he was from Canada.
oh yeah. That was Ashton. Wasn't that Ashton?
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
so that's when I jumped into it, and
Okay.
I'm not good at getting what I want. So instead, I could just go to YouTube, find all the best videos on whatever it is, drag those into the whiteboard for the Poppy AI, and then you write what you want to get out of it. Then you attach with little lines all the videos to that instructions, hit boom, it pops out. So you're narrowing what it's looking at, what the AI is looking at to exactly a target area audience. Um, for a golf course home, I did videos from all over the United States of top people that did marketing for golf course homes, and then threw it all in there.
Cool.
Okay. And then popped out some of the best features and lifestyle and all the fun things about living on the golf course, right? And living in a private community. So it's worked out, but I haven't done the Phil Stringer build my whole business under it. So I still grab everything, throw it into Chat GPT, then it'll write it for my business, my audience. It'll fine tune it ever so slightly. So
That's cool. No, I love it. Good stuff. Ed Lane. No, we haven't talked about undetectable.ai yet. What is that? What do you use it for?
Good morning, Wendy. Can you hear me all right?
Yes.
First of all, thanks for putting this on. This has been incredible. So thanks everyone for sharing. So someone mentioned earlier, I think it might have been Jamie, that he uses it for copy and then make sure there's none of those pesky words in there. Undetectable is a website where you can get copy out of ChatGPT, paste it into undetectable.ai, and then it has a scan button that'll tell you if it detects ChatGPT AI language. And then there's a humanize button, and it'll rewrite the copy, and then you can rescan it. And if you're cynical like me, you kind of assume that that's a BS, rescan. So you can then go to there's a site called GPT0.com that also scans for GPT language. So I double scan it, but then it's now humanized and undetectable for, the algorithms on Google. And I can tell you kind of the application that I use this for the most. And I have to be fair and acknowledge Phil Stringer taught me this. So this is all Phil. But if you go into Google and you Google what are the top questions sellers are asking right now, it'll give you the
In your
answer,
area, right? In your area?
Yeah, in your area, correct. And then you copy and paste that so that it's now answering one, because it gives you a few choices, right? So you pick the one you want, you paste that back into Google and it'll answer. And now I want you guys to all visualize your last Google search. When you do a search, it also will give you a section below the answer, the first 2 or 3 answers. It'll say, other people ask the following. And there's usually like 4 other questions. And if you can remember, out to the right of each of those questions, there's a little down arrow. And that's how you expand it to see what the answer is to that question. But if you expand it and then contract it again, it'll go from 4 questions to 7. And if you expand and contract the second one, it'll go from 7 to 10. If you expand and contract and keep doing that, you can get to where you have 20 or so additional questions. And then if you just drag your mouse across those 20 questions, you can now copy and paste that into ChatGPT. And with the original question, you can say, I want you to write a blog answering the following question and do it in this many words or however, whatever tone, do it in the voice of Zig Ziglar or my own voice, whatever you've trained it. And in the process, answer these other 20 questions, because now I've got a blog that's SEO optimized for Google searches, right? Because not only am I the resource to answer the first question, but I'm also the resource to answer the next 20 most commonly asked questions relating to that topic. And that causes your blog to rise up in the search engines. Takes me about an hour once a week to do a blog that's like this detailed. And then the other thing to remember is,
So do all of those questions go in the one blog, right? Because it's all kind of the same.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So in the subsequent paragraphs, it'll say, and this is also the answer to question number 17. It doesn't say number 17, but in the course of the blog,
I
it'll
love that
answer all
idea.
20 questions.
Right. No, that's great.
And
Perfect. Thank you.
one last
away. Where does
tidbit,
he start back? Where do you start off with that in Google search?
yeah, so you're just using ChatGPT and Google. And then if you use undetectable, the one last thing to remember is it can only do 10,000 words at a time. So sometimes I got to break up my blog because, when you're writing answers to 20 questions, it can be a lengthy blog.
Yeah, I bet. Awesome. All right. Debbie York, MLS photos and turn them. Oh, my page just moved. Hold on. Turn them into watercolor to use in a marketing letter consultation worksheet. Where are you? That sounds so cool. Hi.
Hi. When I'm sending a letter out to expireds, I always used to put pictures in my letter of their property. Well, I've got fined a couple of times. I'm always getting fined for something.
I know, we're always in trouble. What program
Yeah.
do you use to turn it into watercolor?
So I gave it to my daughter. I said, can you just use ChatGPT and turn these into watercolors so I could, insert them into the letter? And they turned out beautiful. I'm still taking the picture off the MLS, but I'm turning it into something else.
Right. So do you know what program she used to do that?
I think we just used, I forget.
You just used ChatGPT and told it to make
I think
it
we did because
watercolor?
that's the only
Okay.
one I've used.
Cool. Awesome.
So-
Yeah, I actually removed the sky and put a new sky because my photographer said if you change the picture by 20%, it is no longer their photo. And I do that in Canva. But anyway, just because we're always in trouble.
And then my husband needed help he's an architect, so he needed help with a contract. So I put information in, and it didn't help so much with the contract, but it came back with this perfect consultation for clients on things he never even thought to ask him. And he's been doing this for over 30 years. So it worked out great.
Oh, that's awesome. Love it. All right. Ashton used ChatGPT to create a birthday gift. What?
All
Right
right.
here. Hi.
Hi, good day. I started
Okay,
doing
Ashton was the poppy guy. Great.
It's good that I can help anyone else here. So I'm using a variety of program within ChatGPT. And as we all know, I always say, like 2 years ago when AI came out, I said, this is the second tsunami for real estate agents. So if you get in there, you're going to survive. If you stop and go away from it, then it's going to wash you away. So you better embrace technology and AI, mostly ChatGPT, which is center of many of the activities. As we know, we can always combine ChatGPT with Canva, so I'm not going to take it there. Now, some of the programs, let's get into the birthday. So this is what you do. You have the name of your client, let's say Bill, and you write something nice about Bill in ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to turn it to a rhyme. It's a short song. Import the song to Suno, and these are all free.
Wait,
Take it to
Suno?
Suno, S-U-N-O.
Okay.
Suno would create you two versions of that song and pick the one you want. Then you can always put it into Adobe Animate, and this is free. You can grab a cartoon picture of someone's playing guitar and put the music in there. It's going to leap with you the song. Then the song comes as MP4, shoot it to your clients. Happy birthday. So your clients open the email and see someone standing singing happy birthday for Bill. That would impress them. So that's one of the application I started using for ChatGPT.
I love that idea.
I also drag and drop my PDF into ChatGPT a lot to rewrite. If you find something about how to sell your home in a printed material, drag it to ChatGPT, it would convert it to text, so you don't need to retype it, and you can always improve it. Now that can also be exported in video, and you convert that text into a video and put your video into your YouTube channel. There are many, many things that I do with ChatGPT. The thing with ChatGPT is, what do you want from it? It's like, give me the ingredient. You want to make a Greek salad, garden salad? What do you want to make it? And more specific you are, a stronger result you would get. At the beginning of the year, I was sitting down, okay, how can I put my business planning and prospecting together? So I created some ChatGPT batches. If you want, I can put a link here. So you go there. I created ChatGPT to motivate real estate agents, to help us with branding, marketing, just name it. But you have to create the engine specifically for that same reason. And the sky is the limit. It does so many things for you.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for hopping on. Asia, after training my ChatGPT asked if I would like to create a Canva template pack. Oh my gosh. I said yes, please, and I'm still waiting. It keeps giving me excuses on why it hasn't gotten done yet. Oh, that's funny. So strange. Do I need to pay for the full version? I don't know. I thought you were going to drop in some awesome Canva templates to show us what happened.
I thought I was going to get some awesome templates, and it just keeps saying, I'm so sorry. It'll be ready in a few hours, and then it'll be ready in 24 hours. And the next day I'm like, hey, where are my templates? And I did a little Google search, and it said that prompt is broken. But I'm just curious if maybe it's not working because I'm still using the free version, which I probably should just switch over.
You should definitely pay the $20 a month. Like, you're going to get so much better results. Like,
so every time I click on it, it asks, do I want personal or business? And the personal, I think, is 20 and the business is 25. So is everybody just doing the personal? Is that?
Yeah, they didn't have that option when I went pro. So I'm just paying 20.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, the thing is it does create some amazing things. Like if you ask it to do content in a table format, like 30 days of content about this product, give me some ideas, and like, it's just freaking, it's insane. And I don't know why I haven't heard yet that people use ChatGPT for video scripts. Like, that was the very first thing I did. I was like, give me, a video script on the pros and cons of living in Las Vegas, right? Because everybody needs that for their YouTube channel. Give me, the cost of living for living in Las Vegas. Give me a video script for that. Boom, there it is. I mean, the thing is you can do, if you're not doing video, you should be. And, if you don't know what to say, ask ChatGPT. That's like when I started luxury. right? I don't know what luxury home seller pain points are, right? I'm a Jeep girl, and my people care about, the peeling paint on the fascia board and like little electrical plates on the walls. A $10 million home seller doesn't give a shit about that. They want you to take care of all of it. So I had to talk to them differently. And so ChatGPT told me what luxury home seller pain points were, right? And then they helped me write video scripts about that. And then I made videos and then I put those in front of them. So, I mean, if you guys aren't using it for video, this is what you need to do. So it's super cool. We're gonna keep going. We have more. We have more. John Sevia, has anyone played with HeyGen? I don't know. Have you? Anybody? What is HeyGen, John? You're muted. I don't know. I'm trying to ask you to unmute. You see that?
I'm sorry, I clicked on one of those links and it took me away and I couldn't get back.
You were looking for us?
Yes, yeah, no, I was looking at one of the things that Ashton put in there and it just took me away. Hey, what was your question?
HeyGen, you asked
Yeah.
if anybody's played
Has
with
anybody played with that? I know that's I started to, but I haven't gotten very far with it. But apparently it makes an avatar that looks and talks just like you, so you can do videos with it. And if that's definitely my cup of tea.
Yeah, we did that last week on AI video editing tools. And it wasn't HeyGen though. It was let's see. Oh my gosh. It was super scary. Oh, Captions. So if you didn't watch last week's, go watch it. It's Captions, and you create an AI twin, and then you can type in a video script and it will literally do it for you. I am going to tell you though, there's like almost no emotion, so it used my hand gestures, and it did all the things that I do when I talk on video, but like the feeling wasn't there. So I feel like it didn't do a great job making a twin of me, but maybe if you aren't as, crazy as I am, it might work good. But it didn't bring out the crazy. So try that. And yeah, watch last week. So it was really cool and scary at the same time. Okay, so Ashton dropped his links in the chat, so get those. Rima, I just used the personal, the pro account, okay. And then tinywow.com. Ashton, what's that?
That is an amazing platform where you can do many things, such as home description. You write selling 3 bedrooms house with finished basement and swimming pool. And on the right side, when you click, it's going to create a charming, beautiful, amazing description in a second.
Okay.
And everything there is free. You can even convert your YouTube to description. And let's say you go and find something beautiful, a great YouTube about how to sell your home faster. Grab the URL from YouTube, put it into TinyWow application. It creates you a description, copy paste description to ChatGPT, and it would convert it to a YouTube script and rewrite it. So in a matter of seconds, you create your own version of how to sell your home faster. And you put it in video or video, I think video gen, I think we call it. It's very easy, video gen. Create a video for YouTube, import to YouTube.
Okay, Herb, you're gonna have to come off of mute and talk about, because I was on a call with you and you talked about creating like a luxury video without you in it.
Oh, yes.
What was that?
That was in video.
Oh yeah, in video. Okay, we did talk about that last week, but yeah, so basically he just talked about, what kind of video he would make, and it made this amazing luxury video about, buying and selling in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and what's really great is you can take that and then put yourself on top of it too. So it's got like all your B-roll already done for you. And then, it can generate the audio if you want to go there, but if you really want to customize it, it's really like a great script generator and that B-roll generator. So you can really do some fabulous stuff.
Awesome. I love it. And then your question was, you'd love to hear what people like for a platform that manages all social media accounts. Wouldn't that be amazing?
So I asked that question because the other day I came across something called Social Bee, but I haven't really dug into it. And I know that there's some other kind of programs out there like that. So I didn't, yeah. If
Yeah,
anyone knows.
I haven't found a magical solution. I use Repurpose.io, but I'm not absolutely in love with it. It's only for video. Sometimes the music doesn't go through and it's blocked, and sometimes the whole sound is blocked. Like there's issues, with trying to do things on all platforms at the same time. So, but it is what it is. Like I can take my, Instagram and it'll automatically go to TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. You know what I mean? So it kind of makes it nice, but YouTube, it's got to be at least 60 seconds or, shorter. And then the words aren't going to be the same, because you can only have 100 characters for that. I mean, everything is just so different on each platform, and each platform does so much better if you just post it on the platform and use their music and their words on screen and stuff like that. So it's a struggle.
And I will say one thing that's kind of cool. I didn't realize this until just the other day, but there's lots of AI models and things like that out there now, and they're like expanding every single day. And there's some that really do some amazing stuff. But one that I've found that I really like, and in it you can also select Claude, ChatGPT, and a few other really good ones that you can select who you want to use to answer your question besides it. And so, because some AIs are better at certain things than other ones, and it's called Perplexity, and the pro version is $20 a month. And so with that, you get access to all of these platforms for that you can use right through that for $20 a month, which is great.
No, that's really good. I love it. Christine, you have a question?
Yeah, question. Herb, what was what did you use to make that video? I seen it was really good.
It was called InVideo, INVIDEO.
InVideo. And what does that cost?
And it's not AI at the end, it's IO.
InVideo.io.
Yes.
Cool.
And Dion, tell us about realestatecontent.ai.
It's something new I just started to use, but it's not really for videos, but they will generate posts for you by using AI. You kind of put a question up on top, and then it'll generate different posts and send them to your different platforms. Now, one thing about it, you were just talking about Twitter and how you have to have a separate. I was using later.com to post to like all my platforms, but later is like when you get to the Twitter one, you gotta like cut it like so much. It just starts to become aggravating. But the real estate connect.ai actually isn't doing it, it's creating one for Twitter. So it kind of saves you that time. So
That's awesome. I like that. Anything that can help with content is huge. Okay, I'm gonna play a song, apparently. Here we go. Here we go.
Gathered on the screen, it's Tuesday at noon, a digital circle under the glow of the room. The host got a plan, says it's time to get clear, how AI's gonna change our whole frontier. Jack's in the corner, barely turned off his mic. Betty's dog is barking, Frank's fiddling with his spike. Karen's asking, will it help me close deals? The answer's in the data and the future it reveals. It's Tech Tuesday, learning about machines, how to find the buyers and fulfill their dreams. From listings to numbers, it's a brand new rodeo. Saddling up with AI to make the business grow. Frank pipes up, will it steal my charm?
I
It is
literally
pretty long.
I typed one long sentence
Okay.
into Ashton's recommendation, and it spit it out in like 20 seconds.
Dude, that is so fun.
It's gonna put me out of business as a songwriter, though.
Oh
That's
my
amazing.
God, that's amazing. All right.
Now you can start all the Tech
Change
Tuesdays
our
with the song.
frontier.
That is,
You have your own theme song now, Wendy.
yeah, you could do a theme song for your YouTube channels and everything.
Is it
Oh my gosh.
copyrighted? Who's gonna have ownership over these lyrics now? That's the question.
I don't know. Okay, that's amazing. You guys, there may be some more in the chat. Make sure you grab all the links out of the chat. Otherwise, like, this was so cool, and I'm really glad you guys hopped on to help me out with this call. I can't wait. We will send it out in the replay. If you're in the Tech Tuesday group, you will get the replay. So if you don't get it, you're not in the group. So join the group, Tech Tuesday with Wendy. And then Joanna probably put somewhere in here about Tech Tuesday VIP. That's where we help each other press the buttons. So if you want some help with that, we will be going into the VIP room in 1 minute. So thanks again. If you don't have the link to the VIP and you want to be in here, shoot me a message through Messenger, because Joanne's on Messenger, but I'm going to go in and help people.